Hi, welcome to my channel. My name is Vanessa and this is V Street Love. On this channel, I like to explore everything related to fashion, art, and creativity. And today, I would like to try some embroidery. Now, I am no stranger to embroidery. I have embroidered before. I embroidered this on this Old Navy sweatshirt that I got on clearance. This embroidery project is actually for a certain Venn diagram of people. People who are fans of modern embroidery and people who are fans of The Sims. I have been a fan of The Sims basically my entire life. I have played The Sims on and off for 20 years. Today I thought that I would show you what I did to create an embroidery project that I had brewing up in my mind for some time. Before we get started though, make sure you give me a thumbs up down below, and if you want to see more of what I do on this channel, make sure you subscribe. Short. Maxine. I am printing out my design onto some wash away stabilizer. I'll have that linked below in the description box. And then I take some time to cut out the design with an X-Acto knife and place it where I want on my sweater. Now, obviously I'm being extra. You can just cut out your design with some scissors and then you can place your design directly on your sweater or your clothing piece on the table. Like, you don't need to do all the extra stuff that I was doing, but I have a dress form, so I'm gonna use my dress form. Now I'm using my embroidery kit that I got off Amazon. I will link that in the description below as well. I actually got it as a gift, so shout out to my friend who got it for me as a gift. And I'm going to use some of the tools that come in the kit. Like, a lot of things come with the kit. Thread, the needles themselves, this like needle threader thing. I chose my colors. There's so many colors that come with the kit. And now I'm gonna get started actually doing my embroidery. If you've never embroidered before, one tidbit I will let you all know is that embroidery floss or embroidery thread usually comes in 6 strands, and you're not necessarily intended to embroider with all 6 strands. So for the design that I did here today, I used 3 strands for everything. I went ahead, I knotted my thread and I threaded it through the needle, and then I started my embroidery with my 3 strands. The stitch that I used is called the satin stitch. It's pretty straightforward. I just kind of put the needle in where I want it to start, and then however wide I want the thread to be, that's where I put the needle in on the other side. And I just kind of like stitch back and forth. I don't embroider that often, so it's not necessarily as neat as it could be, but I'm proud of what I was able to do with this design. All right, so I have spent some time looking at my plumbob illustration that I found online and coloring it in on my iPad. This is the picture that I found online of a Sims 4 plumbob. I made a new layer and I colored on top of it basically with colored pencils. You can see these swatches here over on the side where I like made little color swatches. Those color swatches correspond to the colors of embroidery that I have. If I turn off that layer, you can see that ideally this is what it's gonna look like when it's embroidered. Listen, the plumbob is so small on this thing. Like, if you see the size of like my thumb, it's basically that size. It's so small. So will I even end up needing all these colors? I don't know. Hopefully this turns out well. This is the first time I'm doing this. I'm definitely overcomplicating it, but I could not figure out another way for me to map out what I want to do before I actually start tackling this. The plumbob is the most important icon of the Sims franchise. Now, if you don't know anything about The Sims, it is one of the most popular life simulation games in the world. And the plumbob is just the icon that is most associated with The Sims. It is actually important in gameplay, but I don't need to get nitty-gritty granular about it. As far as what I'm doing for the embroidery right now, I'm just free stitching. If there is a formal name for this process, please comment below what it's called. My thought is maybe it's a satin stitch. Like I said, a free stitch, I don't know. It feels like I'm coloring, but with thread. It's really cool. And again, I'm using 3 strands for all of the colors that I use. And whenever I want to switch a color, I just kind of knot it in the back and then rethread my needle with a new color. I just finished. I'm excited to show you. This is the plumbob. So as I'm doing it, like looking at it up close, I'm like, she kind of ugly. I'm not gonna lie, she kind of ugly, but she's also kind of cute. Like, look at her. So I'm excited. This is so cute. Let me take it out of its little, oh wait, I'm tightening the embroidery hoop instead of loosening it. Got this off. And voila! Oh my gosh. This looks so cute. Oh, it's so cute. The front says Sul Sul and the back says Dag Dag. Ah! Let me take the stabilizer off. So the stabilizer, why I like this is because it is stabilizer that I can print directly on, and it washes off in water. So I'm gonna dip this in water to remove the stabilizer backing on both of these, and then I will be right back. Now that I've gotten rinsed off, I'm letting it hang dry at this point. So I'll let it hang dry overnight. You know, there was a little bit of like printer ink stains on my sweatshirt, and that will come off in the laundry. That is another one of the downsides of using the stabilizer in that way when I run it through my printer, is that when I go to rinse it off, some of that ink will get on the clothes. So of course the ink stains did not come out after the wash. So now I have to figure out how to get those stains out of my sweatshirts. And yeah, that's the downside from using a design that had so much like ink. I'm going to keep that in mind for the future, but I'm gonna go ahead and take some time to look up what I need to do to get rid of those stains. In the end, I decided to just film what I had done because I was proud of it. There's still some stains which you can see. If you have any tips on how to get rid of the ink stains, please comment in the comment box below. Otherwise, if you had a good time today, comment Sul Sul in the comment box below, and I'll see y'all next time. Dag dag!